Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Jamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Raja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Raja Janaranjana Jamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Stotar Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Stotar Shata Shri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakun Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki. Shri Mayapur Dham Ki. Shri Mathura Dham Ki. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki. Ganga Mai Ki. Yamuna Mai Ki. Bhakti Devi Ki. Tulasi Devi Ki. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Sankirtan Yagya Ki. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Naranayam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayet. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayan, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta prayasa bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavaduttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. In loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Good morning, everyone. Today we will be continuing in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Chapter 64, Text 25. Brahmanyasya vadanyasya tavadasasya keshava smitirnadyapi vidvasta bhavat sandarshanartina brahmanyasya vadanyasya tavadasyasya keshava smitirnadyapi vidvasta bhavat sandarshanartinaha brahmanyasya vadanyasya tavadasyasya keshava smitirnadyapi vidvasta bhavat sandarshanartinaha. Brahmanyasya vadanyasya vidvasta yasya tavadasyasya keshava vadanyasya tavadasyasya keshava smitirnadyapi vidvasta Word for word meanings. Brahmanyasya, who was devoted to the Brahmanas. Vadanyasya, who was generous. Tava, your. Dasasya, of the servant. Keshava, O Krishna. Smritihi, the memory. Na, not. Adya, today. Api, even. Vidvasta, lost. Bhavat, your. Sandarshana, audience. Artinaha, who hankered for. Translation. O Keshava, as your servant, I was devoted to the Brahmanas and generous to them, and I always hankered for your audience. Therefore, even till now, I have never forgotten my past life. Please repeat. O Keshava, as your servant, I was devoted to the Brahmanas and generous to them, and I always hankered for your audience. Therefore, even till now, I have never forgotten my past life. Purport by the servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Jiva Goswami comments on this verse as follows. And this is King Nriga speaking to Lord Krishna and the other people that are there. Since King Nriga openly declared that he had two outstanding qualities, namely devotion to the Brahmanas and generosity, it is clear that he possessed these qualities only partially, since someone who is truly pure would not boast about them. It is also clear that King Nriga considered such piety to be a separate goal, desirable for its own sake. Thus he did not fully appreciate pure devotional service to Lord Krishna. Krishna had not been the only goal of Nriga's life, as was for Ambarish Maharaj, even in this stage of regulative practice. Nor do we find that King Nriga overcame obstacles like those Ambarish did when Durvasa Muni became angry at him. Still, we can conclude that since Nriga was able to see the Lord for some reason or another, he must have had the good quality of sincerely desiring the Lord's association. Srila Prabhupada confirms the above analysis in Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. On the whole, Nriga had not developed Krishna consciousness. The Krishna conscious person develops love of God, Krishna, not love for pious or impious activities. Therefore, he is not subjected to the results of such action. As stated in the Brahma Samhita, a devotee, by the grace of the Lord, does not become subjected to the resultant reactions of fruitive activities. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti offers the following commentary. When Nriga mentioned one who hankered to have your audience, he was referring to an incident concerning a certain great devotee King Nriga had once met. This devotee was very eager to acquire a temple for a most beautiful deity of the Supreme Lord, and he also wanted copies of such scriptures as the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Being very generous, Nriga arranged for these things, and the devotee was so satisfied that he blessed the king. My dear king, may you have the audience of the Supreme Lord. From that time on, Nriga desired to see the Lord. Omagyana Timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Swavadanti Kam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Pitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Pitam Cha Hey Krishna Korana Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopikanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Pratitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So there are some commentaries by the acharyas. I just wanted to catch everybody up to speed. If anyone hasn't been here, we're in the story of King Nriga, who was found in a well. He was a big lizard found in a well, to be more specific, found by some of Krishna's relatives out on a walk. And they told Krishna, hey, Krishna, we found this huge lizard. We can't get him out of here. What should we do? So Krishna goes to see the lizard and touches the lizard, and he has this great Devata body, this celestial body. And right, as this verse, so then after he gets this body, he starts to explain how he became this lizard, how he got into this predicament. And to make a long story short, he was very generous to the brahmanas, and he was giving lots of cows in charity. And one of these cows wandered into the herd of another gift of cows to another brahmana, and there was some miscommunication, some quarrel between the brahmanas and the king about, you gave this cow to me, not him, and there was some confusion, and the king was like, I'll give you tons of other cows, just, forgive this offense. And they could not forgive the offense. And when King Nriga passes, he goes to Lord Yamaraj, and Yamaraj asks him, would you like the results of your pious activities or impious activities first? And he chooses his impious activities and becomes this lizard. As now he sees Krishna, and he's trying to figure out how he's seeing Krishna. And in this verse, he's explaining to Krishna that, okay, I've been very devoted to the brahmanas, and I've wanted to see you. But let me read some of the purports here by the acharyas. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, Nriga had mixed bhakti because performing karma with a little devotion. Taking shelter of this mixed bhakti, he thus expressed himself humbly before the Lord as his servant. At some time, a great devotee desired to attain a temple for a beautiful deity and to obtain scriptures like Gita and Bhagavatam. Nriga, being very generous, readily supplied these things. Being satisfied with Nriga, the devotee said, O king, I give blessings that you may see the Lord. From the time of getting that blessing, Nriga had great desire to see the Lord. Remembrance of you is not lost even today, first as a lizard and then as a proud devata, which is also unfavorable for remembrance. He does not say so directly, my, out of humility. Jiva Goswami writes, I have never lost my memory. However, he omits the subject I out of humility. In the lizard body and in the body of a great devata, which is the opposite, my memory was not destroyed. The reasons are given. I was a devotee of Brahmanas, and moreover satisfied them with sufficient charity. Moreover, I was your servant. I attained dasya bhakti to you, in the form of offering my actions to you in order to give good quality to those actions. Because of this, understanding your glories, I long to see you, since you are Keshava. Ko brahmati samakyata ishoham sarvadehinam avantavanga sambhutau tasmat Keshava namavan. Ka means Brahma, Isha means me, the Lord of all souls, Shiva. We too arise from your limbs. Thus you are called Keshava, the Lord of Brahma and Shiva. And that's from the Harivamsa. How could a person reject you and offer one's actions to someone else? Or, since you are devoted to Brahmanas, as witnessed by Brigu, and you are generous as witnessed by Bali and even me, I offered my actions to you as a servant. In taking the body of a lizard, there was a good result. Because of realizing the futility of actions like charity, which he performed because of lack of faith and hearing, and because of disinclination to direct bhakti, such as hearing about the Lord, he was able to meet the Lord later by the power of his determination. His desire to see the Lord was motivated by a desire for some results. It was not nishkama. One can infer that the cause of his desire was attainment of swarga. But since the Lord is generous, because he did focus on the Lord, finally he would attain the supreme destination. Satyam disyat artitam artito nrinam narvatado yat punar artita yataha swayam vidate bhajatam anichatam ichapitanam nijapada palavam. The Lord certainly gives desired objects to devotees who request them, but he does not give those objects in such a way that the devotee will ask again after finishing his enjoyment. In other words, he gives his lotus feet, which includes all desirables, to those worshippers who do not even desire them. And that's from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th Canto, Chapter 19, Text 27. On seeing the Lord, those desires were uprooted. Since I was absorbed fully in serving brahmanas and charity works, I was like a servant. I had the qualities of a servant, but not the variety of qualities found in the Lord's real servants. I did not desire to see the Lord from possessing the qualities of the real servants, but only because of general qualities of being a servant. But because of the power of realizing a portion of your qualities, even now my memory has not been destroyed. Rather, it resulted in seeing you. I conclude that my actions of serving brahmanas and giving charity were only imitations arising from pride, because even today in front of you, those qualities boldly appear. Previously, I did not have respect for scriptures with rules followed by Ambarish and others. Thus, those actions of charity became an obstacle. But by the power of your mercy, I have now been able to see you. Since my pride has now been broken, though I enjoy a heavenly body, because of your mercy, I will become your follower, as stated in the verse, Satyam Dishyati. And Sanatana Goswami writes something that's pretty much word for word, except for the last paragraph, where it says, Keshava means he who killed Keshi. By mentioning the last pastime in Vrindavan, all the pastimes there are indicated. Thus, Keshava indicates he who manifested unlimited qualities as Bhagavan. By the power of seeing Jagannath previously, later he worshipped the Lord of Dwarka. Because the Lord was praised as Jagannath, seeing him was possible. Thus he fell into a well in Dwarka. And by being a servant of the Lord there, with a desire to see the Lord, he developed knowledge of Krishna. He became a lizard to show the fault even for devotees of Krishna. He became a lizard to show the fault even for devotees taking, even for devotees or the Lord, of taking from brahmanas in order to teach people. This is described in Bhagavatamrita. So there's quite a lot there. Trying to figure out, why is King Nriga seeing Lord Krishna all of a sudden? And it seems, and in the purport and in the Acharya's purports, they seem to point out that King Nriga's actions weren't pure bhakti. They weren't pure devotional service. He had some desire to see the Lord, but he also had a separate desire to do, these charitable actions for charity's sake, for goodness' sake, and not combining the two. So he kind of got this mixed result. Whereas pure devotees are only concerned with Krishna and Krishna's desires. So it's almost, I don't want to say bypassing the system, but where is it? And the purport says, by the grace of the Lord, he does not become subjected to the result and reactions of fruit of activities. So the real purport is we have to focus on Krishna to make the Lord our sole focus. But if we're going to be honest with ourselves, we're all kind of like King Nriga. We're not pure devotees. We all have different desires, mixed feelings, mixed desires, whatever that be. It could be charitable, it could be whatever these material desires are that aren't necessarily in line with Krishna consciousness, or don't necessarily have Krishna in mind. But the goal is to keep Krishna in mind. And when you do that, as we can see by, even if we commit some sort of offenses, even if we have these mixed desires, gradually Krishna will become available, will be available to us if we are sincere and have that as a desire. And, one thing is everyone has desires. We all have these desires constantly. And I remember when I was getting into different religions and different spiritual paths, I was reading about Buddhism in general, I guess more like Zen Buddhism. And the whole goal was it seemed to me at the time, was to get rid of desire. And it's how is that possible, to get rid of desire? But the idea is to keep serving Krishna and kind of dovetail your desires into serving Krishna. And as that happens, while you're doing that, and you're chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and trying to surrender to the spiritual master, then your desires begin to change. They begin to become more in line with Krishna's desire. Your desires become more in the mood of wanting to please Krishna, wanting to please the spiritual master, wanting to please the devotees. And it kind of seems, when I was thinking about it earlier, it seems kind of far-fetched, like that anything will change over time. But just from my personal experience, like, you have so many desires. I have so many desires in my head. But just after, time after time again, just bringing it back to Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna, bringing it back to the spiritual master, bringing it back to Srila Prabhupada, bringing it back to service to the devotees, then my desires, the things that I used to desire, are slowly fading away. I can see it. I can feel it, and I pray to Krishna that it stays that way, that it doesn't come back. These things slowly fade away. In two of these purports, it was quoting the Srimad Bhagavatam verse. I just wanted to go to that verse. It's 5:19:27. Says the Supreme Personality of Godhead fulfills the material desires of a devotee who approaches him with such motives, but he does not bestow benedictions upon the devotee that will cause him to demand more benedictions again. However, the Lord willingly gives the devotee shelter at his lotus feet, even though such a person does not aspire for it, and that shelter satisfies all his desires. That is the Supreme Personality's special mercy. So even if we come to the Lord with desires, we may see that, material desires, we may see that some of these desires become fulfilled, but they may become fulfilled in such a way that they're finally fulfilled. You won't ask for it again. You won't desire it in such a way that it becomes detrimental to your spiritual development. Let me just continue reading here. Whether one is freed from all material desires, is full of material desires, or desires to become one with the Supreme, he should engage in devotional service. In this way, not only will the devotee's desires be fulfilled, but the day will come when he will have no other desire than to serve the lotus feet of the Lord. One who engages in the service of the Lord with some motive is called Sakama Bhakta, and one who serves the Lord without any motives, is called an Akkama Bhakta. And basically, I can't speak for everyone, but a lot of us, when we come to Krishna consciousness, we have some motive, so we're a Sakama Bhakta. A pure devotee, an Akkama Bhakta, who has no material motives, is satisfied simply to serve the lotus feet of the Lord. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Yam ladva chaparam labam manyate nadikam tata. If one engages in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord, he does not want anything more. This is the highest stage of devotional service. The Lord is so kind even to a Sakama Bhakta, a motivated devotee, that he satisfies his desires in such a way that one day he becomes an Akkama Bhakta. Dhruva Maharaj, for example, became a Bhakta with the motive of getting a better kingdom than that of his father. But finally, he became an Akkama Bhakta and said to the Lord, Swamin Kritarto Smi Swaramna Yache. My dear Lord, I am very satisfied simply to serve your lotus feet. I do not want any material benefits. Sometimes it is found that a small child eats dirty things, but his parents take away the dirty things and offer him a sandesh or some other sweet meat. Devotees who aspire for material benedictions are compared to such children. The Lord is so kind that he takes away their material desires and gives them the highest benediction. Therefore, even for material motives, one should not worship anyone other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One must fully engage himself in the devotional service of the Lord so that all his desires will be fulfilled, and at the end he can go back home, back to Godhead. So, ultimately, we have to surrender. We have to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And just by chanting that simple process, but it can be really difficult to do sometimes. But even that process helps us to realize this, the purport of this verse. Just by chanting, that cleanses the heart. It cleanses our desires. It purifies our desires. And helps us obtain the ultimate goal, which is the service of Lord Sri Krishna, which bestows the ultimate joy, the ultimate fulfillment, the ultimate, the joy of the heart. Does anybody have any questions, comments? 5:19:27. You're asking what the difference is between the Dhruva Maharaj and yeah. Well, he becomes a deva and continues to live like that until he and continues his devotional life that way until he goes back to Godhead. So he doesn't go right back to Godhead. He continues as a deva. Does that make any? There's more we could discuss, but thank you for your attention.
Pasyanti Panti Kayanti Chiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrasya Govindam Adi Purusham Amaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Amaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Namaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Namaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Namaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham
Namaham Bhajami. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Damante. Namaste, Saraswati Devi, Gauravani Majar, Nengirivasesha, Shunyavade, Vasacha Desacharide. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Gauri, Rama, Rama Rama Gauri, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Narad, Gurukyanana, Gurukyanana, Dragate. Narad, Gurukyanana, Gurukyanana, Rate. Narad. Hey, Rane, 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 Nayarate, Nayarate, Nayarate. Jai.
Chaitodarpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam Vijavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. Always like it when you dress. Atma Satmanam Param Vidayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Smaranena Kala Etadrishita Vakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Dordaiva Midrishami Hajjanina Nuraga Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Suhishuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Nadanam Najanam Nasundarim Kavitam Va Jagadisha Kamaye Mama Janmani Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhaktir Hoitaki Twai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripaya Tavabada Pankaja Stita Duli Sadrashim Vachintaya Nayanam Galadashu Daraya Varanam Gad Garudaya Gira Pulakarnishitam Vabhukada Tavanamagrahane Bhavishyati Yugayatam Namishena Chakshusha Pravashayatam Shunayatam Jagat Sarvam Govindam Viradame Aslishyava Padamratam Panastum Adarshanam Marmahato Karotuva Yatatatava Vidadatu Lampatomat Prananatastu Saeva Napara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. O my Lord, congregational chanting of your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda.
In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw on the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respects to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O Son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor. Yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as an atom at your lotus feet. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly? Chant your holy name. When will my voice choke up? And when will the hairs of my body stand on end?